got clubs and they've got everything. Antifa!
Okay, today we're going to talk about a group. Everybody's probably heard of them. They're known as Antifa. That's a play on the word anti-fascist. The group originated in a pre-World War II Germany. They were backed by the Soviet bloc, the communist countries that were against the fascist rise in Germany, and that's basically the whole premise behind Antifa and where they came from historically. They were basically a Russian-backed group of provocateurs, even, they're probably justified during the, Hitler regime there. But it's a tactic that they use. They're called the Black Bloc. They all dress in black. It keeps the police from identifying them. They all kind of look the same so they can blend in with each other when there's a lot of them around, and this is how they get away with a lot of their civil unrest, violence, and some of those activities. But more recently, the reason I'm doing this video is because this last week a story came up where a group of Antifas, I guess that's what they're called, Antifas, in LA area were I guess collaborating with a Mexican cartel type guy. Well, he disputes that label, but they call him the Mexican Rambo or whatever, and he was their go-to guy. They were buying weapons off of this guy, and they busted a bunch of these guys, Antifas, in a plot to, make this weapons contact with this guy, this Mexican cartel Rambo, Cobra Commander guy, and get all these weapons. And their plan was to go down to the border and attack the border patrol, and some of the military that were there assisting them. So, I mean, that's the premise of what's going on here. So you have to ask what's the idea behind it? What's the end game that they were trying to accomplish? What it looks like to me is if they were trying to open the border, like the enemy inside the castle trying to lower the drawbridge for the incoming enemy troops. That's just kind of how it looks to me. And there seems to be a lot of in their ideology, a lot of anti-Americanism, and it seems to go along with the way these people act and the things that they say. Anti-fascist, I don't know if labeling anything you don't like being said in public as some kind of hate speech and fascism as an excuse for the violence you probably already have in your heart and you want to go commit anyway. And it just seems like this is just an outlet for that, just anything they don't like, they scream fascist and start hitting it, I mean, I don't know how fascist that limousine or that Starbucks was at the inauguration. Not real sure about all that. I just know that, they attacked a lot of people during that time and have ever since. We got this thing at Charlottesville. I mean, I know myself as being a member of the conservative community. I mean, there was all kinds of big name figures being invited to that, and I don't think so. This looks like a setup. It looks like, we don't know who you people are, and this kind of seems like a scam. There's some questionable characters that have already signed up to speak, so most of the high-profile conservatives in the community did not even entertain the idea of going. But there were some actual conservatives there that were probably taken aback when some jackass whips out a swastika flag. You can't just label everybody. Trump was right saying some of them people were good people. But the bottom line to this story is, if you want to dig into it, there's a couple of Zero Hedge articles. I'll put the links in the description. The FBI and the DHS has already officially, just recently, classified the activities of Antifa, the things they do as being terrorist type activities. And I haven't really been able to get to the exact answer, the exact question. Did they label Antifa itself as a group, as a whole, as a terrorist organization? That I haven't been able to get a real clear answer on. There's both sides are saying no, it's not, and there's people on both sides saying yeah. So your guess is as good as mine what happens when somebody gets labeled a terrorist group. To my understanding, they're still on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat and all of that, and ain't nobody giving them a hard time. They're posting that stuff without worrying about if somebody's going to get mad. Unlike, over here on the right, we just have to say a certain word and we're done. So, anyhow, I just wanted to get this story to you because it seems like it's going along with the anti-border security situation that they're about to start getting violent about stopping border security. And I think that's something everybody needs to be aware of, especially if you live somewhere along the border in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, or California. You might want to, be ready to protect yourself if they're going to open up the border for the hordes to just come on through. I mean, there is a lot of talk down south of the border all the way to the tip of Argentina, and Brazil and those places that South America, all of these countries are planning to get together and maybe rush the border. That's speculation and rumor that's been out there, but it seems to be picking up more mainstream kind of traction. I'm not sure where that all goes, but we got Putin and China playing games down there in Venezuela, so I wouldn't completely cast out any theory about what might be going on down there. I'm not privy to any hard facts of what's actually happening, but the writing on the wall starts to get clearer, and the facts do come out, and as they do, I'll keep you informed. But this seems to be a real big issue, and that's all I got on that right now. I'll leave you the links in the description, like I said. If you like my video, like it, share it, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.